is Christian Torres. I'm a junior at Gospel Baptist. I'm a quarterback for the high school team, and I attend here at the Sound. Well, I'm originally from Long Island, Port Jefferson. I was born there. I grew up in West Hampton until I was around 8. We weren't saved at the time. We pretty much just went to a Catholic church only like once or twice a year, like those Christians or Catholics that only go Christmas and Easter pretty much. And my sister got into some pretty trouble over there with drugs and stuff and alcohol, and we had to like leave the area because her friends were really, had a big increase and motivated her to do that stuff. So my parents thought that we had to go. So we pretty much just packed all our stuff up and just left. My mom immediately thought of Fort Myers. She used to visit here when she was younger, so this is immediately what we thought to come to. So once we got here, we were pretty much, I think we drove around a little bit. Honestly, I remember driving around, like just left the airport. We really didn't know what we were going to do, and we found a little condo. We decided to settle down there and look for some other houses and stuff. The first thing that we immediately thought of was like, where are we going to put them? Where am I going to go to school, and where my sister's going to go to school. And they put my sister in, I think, Dunbar or Cypress Lake, I can't remember exactly. But my mom really didn't like the public school. She wanted to try something different. Obviously, public schools didn't work out for my sister because, with the stuff, the drugs and alcohol and the bad friends. So she thought, maybe a private school would work. And, so we found a little Christian school called CCM, or CCA, I think. And when I remember taking a tour, we walk down the hallway and I go to the classroom and there's literally like 10 people. I was like, only 10 people in the whole class? And they look like they're having fun, they're smiling. I remember the first thing I saw was they're all sitting in the circle around a table reading, and I said, I could get used to this, I like this. The first thing I thought was like, oh, how much recess do they have and all that, I think a normal 8-year-old would think. And it is true that just being in the Christian school really influenced, planted the seed of need for Christ in me and everything. So the chapels, and I think my teacher really, Miss Boer, her name was, my first teacher there. She really influenced me about, I had no idea anything about the Bible or God or Jesus and any of that. So, I think it was our youth pastor at the time, but he preached about heaven and hell. I was really interested about it, and on the ride home from school, once I asked my mom about that stuff, and she pulled the car over and led me to Christ. My mom is someone I look up to, a spiritual guidance, definitely. I always come to her when I have an issue with, I'm not feeling right about this. What do I think? I know this is the right thing to do, but I really want to do this instead and stuff. I can always rely on her to give me a good answer, and I can always have a good conversation with her about really anything. My dad is Joel Torres. I look up to him so much. I can always go to for anything too, pretty much. I mess around with him a lot. We talk all the time pretty much about football. We love talking about football. I look to him as someone, to look up to and, strive to be like when I'm older. I respect him so much and how he, he's very caring. He does almost everything he does is just for us. We talk almost every day. We love talking about football again, and I think after every game we literally just talk for 2 hours straight about the game and how everyone did and how I did and all that and stuff. We talk about, really anything. We like to watch TV together and all that and stuff, Well, sports to me is more than just playing and having fun. It's more of it gets us determined, and it gives us a good teamwork ethic and all that, And I really enjoy it's just something about, going with everyone and having the motivation to keep going and push as hard as you can every single time. Either if it's laps or running the bases or any of that, Football and baseball is a big difference. Football to me is more of a, I really try really hard at football, conditioning and all that is a lot of work and stuff. And more baseball is more muscle memory, just a lot of practice baseball between swinging the bat and throwing the ball, and just a lot of tedious stuff we go over and over and over again. But it really built up a good characteristics in me of teamwork and determination and stuff like that. Being a part of the team is more of a privilege to me. It's a really honor to come out there and play with all those guys out there that I really play hard with, and if we have a bad game, they'll pick me up. If we have a good game, they'll even pick me up no matter what. I pick them up. If anything we can talk to each other about anything. Since we do go to private Christian school, we can pretty much talk about anything, saying that have a bad practice and you feel like, I got a burden on me and stuff, you can talk about anything with them. They're really like almost brothers to me. Being the quarterback is a big responsibility. You got a lot of pressure. All eyes are usually always on you. You really get all the blame usually. If you win the game, look at the receivers, good job, you caught the ball, and if you lose the game, it's really quarterback didn't do a good job. That's probably why you lost. You really get blamed a lot. It's a lot of responsibility, like a lot of pressure. It's going out there and having all eyes on you and making sure you get the good pass off. Because if you don't get the good pass off, they can't catch it, obviously. And it's a privilege. I fought really hard for the position, to fight 2 or 3 other people for it for a couple months, and I felt that I earned it, and I strive harder and harder to keep it. The fourth quarter depends on the score, of course, but if it's a close score and I'm really trying hard, it's a lot of pressure. All the eyes are on you, and that you need to try as hard as you can. Either if you're tired or you're exhausted, you still need to push as hard as you can. And the coaches and the players really help you with that, encouraging and stuff. And it's fourth quarter is probably the biggest thing in football. They can really push your hardest, and if anything, that's the time you should push your hardest at all. When I lose a game, for a little while, I'm still discouraged about it. I'm just immediately thinking about what I did wrong. Like I'm so bad. Why did I throw that interception? Why did I not throw it to him? And besides the other guy, that guy was wide open. But immediately, usually within 10 or 20 minutes, I realize that let's forget about it. Let's move on. Let's think about the stuff I need to do better and what I can improve on to win next game and give my hardest. I see myself in 5 years probably attending college, hopefully, and still trying my hardest and giving it my all. And either if I, whatever degree or whatever subject I pursue, or master, whatever I pursue in college, and hopefully I give it my all and stuff. I feel that some of my strengths are I care for people a lot, and I have some hard determination to get things done and all that, and feel that I can be somewhat responsible usually, and can usually count on me to get the job done, or try as hard as I can if I don't get it done. Well, and at school, I feel that I am somewhat of a leader. A lot of people look up to me. Being the quarterback is a leadership role, and then you need to be responsible and show that the other players that you need to do this. You can't always mess around with them all the time. Either get them, whip them into shape, and tell them to keep running and don't walk and all that and stuff. I think probably one of my greatest fears, besides the normal ones of dying and stuff, is letting people down. And it just takes a big, hefty chunk off me when I see someone disappointed in me with what I did or let them down. Being a Christian at a young age is obviously a privilege, and I feel that we should be a shining light in a dark world, and that we should really be, people should look at those like us as young people and say that he's so much different. Like, what does he have? What does he do different? Why is he kind, and why is he not just like every other young teenage kid doing whatever they're doing? And I think coming to town is a big privilege. It's a good relief to drop everything and just completely forget about everything that's going on around you, and just get into the mood of hanging out for everyone, and focusing on God, and not have to worry about everything that's going on around you. And it's a big stress reliever. My favorite thing about the youth is definitely that I can come here whenever I want, and always have you guys here and on a cushion to fall if I need help, or someone I can just hang out and relax with, and just talk to and have a good time with. The trip to North Carolina was awesome. I remember it very vividly. I remember on the car ride there and everything, just talking to everyone. It was just I really liked it. And once we got at the camp on the top of the woods, on the top of the mountain, you gave us a journal and stuff, and that's the first time I never really actually had a journal where I write about write what I thought. I kind of just kept that all in. That was the really first time that I've ever actually came out about my spirit, what I thought about spiritually and stuff. Where I could talk about it. It was really awkward. I didn't want to talk about that at all at the time, and that really opened me up on that trip, and I really enjoyed it. It was really spiritual for me. It made me open up again a lot, and yeah, I really did enjoy that trip. God to me is a father, He's someone I can go to at any time for anything, either good or bad. He's someone that I can talk to. I don't have to, recite this weird prayer to him and do some weird stuff just to get his attention. That I can just go, if I'm having a bad day or a good day, I can go to him at any time I want and just tell him what's going on, and if I need some help, or thank him, especially I need to do that. Talk to him at any time, and someone that loves me, someone that I can, strive to be like.